Hi, this is Kizzy and welcome to our video of the 6 books every game-changing business person should read even just once. This list has been created by successful business people all over the world and working in various industries. We asked our community, what one business book would you recommend to your family, friends and colleagues? And the result was, it's truly inspiring. If there's a particular book here that's mentioned that you haven't read just yet, just click the link in the description box of this video and you'll be taken straight to Amazon. Happy reading.
Hello, my name is Elena Korolkova. I'm the founder of a business called Kick Consulting. We kick people's businesses into gear, tech gear, and automate operations. We're Monday.com experts and specialists. The book I am recommending is called The Lean Startup by Ries. And it is my most favorite book, actually, business book I've ever read. I unfortunately read it a bit too late. I had 3 failed businesses at that time and read it just before I started Kick. And what Eric's theory is and method is to approach everything from customers' point of view. So rather than moving quick. So Facebook is a great example of a lean startup. Their motto is move fast and break things. So lean startup method is similar. Essentially, it says that rather than getting everything perfect, so getting your website, getting your business cards, getting your processes down pat, instead, go to market with your idea and see if there is a market for it, if the clients will buy it, if you can get revenue. Once you start getting revenue, that's when you start to build all the operational support. And us entrepreneurial creatures, we tend to be very particular and perfectionist in what we deliver. And we want to deliver beautiful things because we take pride in them. Lean Startup says that by the time you do that, you may be too late. If you launch to the market and you're not embarrassed at what you launched, that means you're too late. And this is the method I use to launch Kick Consulting. And still to this day, we don't have all the processes nailed down. When I launched it, I had a very dodgy website that I built myself. And that's about it. So I highly recommend for everyone to read it or at least get a summary to understand how it works and try it just on one small process. You don't have to revamp your whole business or change personality. Just try something once. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Marc Bromhall here, the founder of e-commerce store Surf Gear Lab. And the book I strongly recommend reading is called Influence by Robert Cialdini. It's a book that I read probably over 10 years ago and still reflect on to this day. It's helped me and my sales team become much, much better at selling. And, let's face it, selling is something every business has to do, whether you like it or not, to survive. And why Influence is such a good book is it's not a sales book per se. It's a psychology book on persuasion and effectively what are the triggers and what are the things that persuade people to do something or to make a decision. And some of the kind of concepts he talks about in the book are things like scarcity and reciprocity. So how you can use the idea or the economic principle of scarcity to garner more sales, and also how you can use the simple yet very effective method of reciprocity, whereby you first give something, whether it's a free service or free product or free bit of information, and then in exchange for giving, you then get something in return, which in the case of most businesses would hopefully be a sale. And that exchange might take place immediately in real time, or it could happen over a series of weeks or months. And so Robert Cialdini, those are just some of the sort of notions that he talks about in the book. And there are many others as well that, as I say, I've found incredibly valuable over the years, and I've applied these very things in my businesses. Thanks.
Hi, it's Jo McKee here from McKee Creative, a full-service digital marketing agency in Australia. We drive extremely quick revenue growth for our clients via robust digital marketing systems and love to work with brands that are making a positive impact in the world. When people ask me what business books I recommend, there is one essential to begin with, and that is Profit First by Michalowicz. Profit First is not only a must-read, it's a must-do. Why? 2 reasons. More small businesses than you realise do not have enough cash to carry them through 1 month if everything fell apart. In fact, many would not survive past 2 weeks. But small business owners think it's too hard to do things differently, and they can't imagine actually having any money beyond what it takes to survive. Which leads me to the second reason. Even if you have no profit in your business at all, Profit First will show you how to begin to make change, to transform your business from a cash-eating monster to a money-making machine. You can literally start with putting 1% aside and grow from there. I recommend Profit First to each of our agency clients because as soon as we start to increase their revenue, it's too easy for them to mismanage the extra cash instead of investing it for the stability of growth. One of our clients had 1 good month, went out and bought 2 cars and an industrial shed instead of planning ahead for the long term. And we also use Profit First for our own agency. It's such a good feeling knowing that we're putting money aside for projects that our team are excited about building. And also we're distributing actual profits, like those publicly listed companies do. So, even if you don't like reading, even if you think you haven't got time, I really recommend that you get a copy of Profit First. If you're super organised, find an accountant trained in the Profit First system as well, and begin to implement it step by step in your own company, and watch the changes start to come about.
My name is Stephen Parkinson, and I am the senior partner at the law firm Kingsley Napley in London. The book I would like to recommend is called Rebel Ideas by Matthew Syed. Matthew is an ex-Olympian, a journalist and an author who has written a number of books about how to achieve success in sports, in business and in life. Rebel Ideas is his latest book in which he tackles the subject of cognitive diversity. He argues that it's only by assembling a group of diverse people with different perspectives, backgrounds, ideas and strengths that it's possible to find the best solution to a complex problem. And conversely, why it is that if a group is not cognitively diverse, underperformance, failure and sometimes unfortunate tragedy can occur. He draws on a range of real-life examples, including the catastrophic failings of the CIA before 9/11, a fatal communication breakdown at the top of Mount Everest, and the story of one man's de-radicalization in America's Deep South. He's also updated his book to look at the COVID crisis and whether the government's response would have been more effective if there had been a greater emphasis on cognitive diversity within their teams and their decision-making processes. After reading this book, I wanted to understand how we could bring these ideas into the law firm that I lead. Greater collaboration and a one-firm approach are central to our business strategy, and so it's absolutely crucial that we encourage and embed such a culture from top to bottom. So last month I invited Matthew to speak to my colleagues about the ideas in this book. We enjoyed a fascinating discussion about how we can embrace cognitive diversity to be more creative, work better, and unlock our growth potential within my firm. 300 people attended. That's 75% of the firm. Every one of them has been offered a free copy of the book. That's how good it is. So in a business or team environment, or if you just want to think a little more about how we can break free of the echo chambers that often surround us, then I would highly recommend this book, Rebel Ideas by Matthew Syed. Thank you.
Hi, I'm just Bruno, a social media content marketing strategist with over 8 years of experience in marketing and events. I'm based in North London and have been freelancing for almost 2 years. Working as a social media content strategist, I support service-based businesses to create a sustainable content schedule. And I'm also the head of social media marketing at Foam, the UK's leading digital marketing agency. I highly recommend Slashed It by Unsah Malik for any businesses who want to hit their social media content targets. Slashed It is a no-nonsense, step-by-step content marketing book that includes social media and influencer marketing tips, advice, insights, and growth hacks. It's 50 chapters on how to grow social media. Whether you're a marketing professional yourself, an agency, a brand, big or small, or an influencer, it will make you unlearn a lot of unnecessary advice that social media gurus spam Instagram with daily. So many readers say it's the equivalent of a marketing degree. So if you run a business, my advice is that you download Slashed It by Unsah Malik today.
Hi, I'm Angela Bryant. I'm based in the UK and I'm the founder of Angel Rated, an independent review site where online entrepreneurs can add and read reviews of all the courses, coaches and tools they've used to build their online business. The book that's had the greatest impact on me recently was The 4 Tendencies by Gretchen and Rubin. The 4 Tendencies is a personality framework that helps you to understand how to deal with both inner and outer expectations so that you can better manage your life, work and relationships. It's based on a simple 2x2 matrix, depending on whether or not you meet both inner expectations from yourself as well as outer expectations from others, whether you resist both of them, or whether you meet one and resist the other. The 4 tendencies are called upholders, questioners, obligers, and rebels. Reading the book helped me to understand that I'm an obliger, who is great at meeting other people's expectations, but who struggles to meet my own inner expectations. Suddenly, so much of what I'd struggled with in my business made sense. Why I was great at working with clients and working for clients, but not so great at getting on with the work that I needed to do internally in my own business. It made me understand that I needed to be held accountable by a friend, coach or boss to get things done, and it's had a massive impact on how I now run my business. In fact, it's even led me to create a new side business called Co-Work Crowd that provides the accountability that I need through virtual co-working sessions. This gives me the time and focus to productively get on with the things on my to-do list that normally don't get done.